What's up, everybody? I got another Steam Deck gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna do Like a Dragon, or Yakuza Like a Dragon. Now remember, I just got a new game called Like a Dragon Inshin, so this must have been one of their earlier games, I'm imagining. I don't know if they have anything to do with one another, but it seems like it's like the same company at the very least. So, this one does say it's verified, so I figured let's go and see how it runs on the Steam Deck, because just because it's verified doesn't mean you can go max it out and run it full tilt. But since it's an old game, sometimes you can. That's why I like trying these, just to see what we can get away with. So, as usual, if it can run at 60 plus, we'll just, you know, cruise through, get a little bit of gameplay. If not, we'll go through all the settings and try and get a playable frame rate. So, why don't we go ahead and get this guy hooked up to the capture computer, and let's get started with the gameplay. Well, alright. Let's go through these settings real quick before we hop into the game. Now, we're going to try it on Ultra preset, but I can almost promise you it's not going to go well, judging by us only getting less than 40 FPS even in a menu like this, so. Still, though, it's always nice just to see, just for fun. So with that said, we've reached the bottom. Now, let's go hop on into the game and see how it plays. Well, here we go, right in the beginning of the game, and we're getting way under even 30 FPS, so. To me, that's automatically unplayable, but fuck it, we'll still get a little bit of some gameplay here. I gotta find this motherfucker, so I gotta go that way and avoid crashing into people, huh? Well, alright, hopefully I can do that. It's not easy to do when you're getting such low FPS, but hell yeah, hopped over that motherfucker. Alright, so we just gotta catch this guy. Ah, I got hit in the head with a brick. That sucks. I thought I hit the right button, but I messed up. Oh well. Everyone makes mistakes. Fuck yeah, fuck you. You think I'm a way up? Okay, what's going on here? Did it freeze? Okay, no, it just had to load the frigging cutscene.
Looks like I shook him off.
I don't know about that.
Ushio, pal, I know you're not an idiot. Why did you think you'd get away with hawking this?
There's nothing illegal about selling animal fuck videos. Believe me, it's educational.
Oh, I believe you. The problem is you were calling it uncensored porn and selling it to dumb, horny kids.
Come on, Ichiban, do me a solid.
So they all think,
Remember
oh,
all the
sweet,
good
I'm gonna
times
get to
we
see
had in
some
middle
titties,
school?
but in reality it's like,
Let's be
haha, you
real.
get to see animals fuck. Well, alright, seeing as though Ultra did not work, let us just go and turn it down to high, which still, honestly, probably won't work. This is probably gonna take some messing with some settings and locking the FPS once we get to camera recorded anyway. But we've reached the bottom, so let's just go see how high fares. So, now we're on just high. So let's try and run around. I was gonna say, maybe this can be a 40 FPS experience, but my dreams were shattered instantly. But so far you could probably make it a 30 FPS experience. But let's run around and make sure that I don't eat those words and have it dropping even under 30 at these settings, you know? I don't know, we dropped down to 29 once, but whatever. That's not the end of the world. Alright, pushed him out of the way. Alright, well, I can't go that way. Out of my way, peoples. Well, alright. Let's go and move down to the next graphics setting. Well, now we're going to try some medium. So let's just go look at these settings real quick. I'm just leaving it in the stock field of view, seeing as though it was not running very good in the menu. I figured why not stress it out more with more to do, you know? Now it seems like this lowers the render scale now, so it's not going to be at native res no more, huh? Well, alright. That is what the standard preset does. Well, now here's the game on medium. Man, you can really tell that lower resolution scale with the aliasing around him now, at least when you're got the game all blown up like I do. I don't know if you'd notice it on the actual Steam Deck itself, but seems like we're getting a lot closer to hitting a 60 at times, but still no close, no cigar. So I can't go too far away probably from my quest. I don't know, although the city's got to have limits to where I can go. But so far, it seems like there's a pretty decent large amount of room to spare. I just want to make sure I can't go this way. They're probably not, since I couldn't down the other street, but gotta try. If I don't try, how will I know? Well, it looks like just medium would be a pretty good 40 FPS thing to lock it to. It does drop a little down to like 30. Well, never mind. It dropped down all the way to 36. I wouldn't like that. This game, like, no matter what, might just have to be a 30 FPS game. I ran over a bunch of shit. I'm running you guys too just for fun. Alright. Just had to run into you guys. Alright, peace. Be hilarious to see somebody turn around just to come back to run through you guys. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Well, now we're going to try just low. So let's look through these settings real quick before we do, though. So into the advanced settings. So it still leaves texture quality on high, but now we drop the render scale to 75% of 720p. So we've reached the bottom. Let's go see how it fares. Well, all right. Low looks pretty bad. And we're still not really getting that much better FPS than medium, to be honest. We're just making the game look worse. Because I think, if anything, since there's so many like people to do, this thing's probably slightly CPU bottlenecked. Because as you can see, we're not getting full 100% utilization on that GPU, so that's usually what that means. It's close. It's at least in the 90s, it looks like. But our CPU is at 76%. So yeah, I think this one I'm probably gonna like put a bunch of stuff on high and try to make it at least a 30 FPS experience. That way I can still have it look halfway decent. And I want to do native resolution. I don't like dropping under. I'll use FSR and whatnot to do it, but I don't like doing just dropping the resolution down. It tends to look worse. At least that's what I'm finding. Maybe maybe my eyes are just too, like, just weird or something. Other people don't notice that shit, but I sure seem to tell the difference between, like, FSR or DLSS versus just dropping it down from, like, 4K to 1080p on a 4K monitor. And yeah, bad frame times, look at those. Well, now we're going to do lowest before we move on to my settings. So let's see what lowest entails here. Go to the advanced settings. So we're finally going to lower the texture quality down to low and keep the render scale down at 75% and basically turn everything off. Well, all right. This is probably going to look absolutely horrible now, but it's going to be pretty funny. So let's go find out. Well, now here we go on very low. And yeah, I figured this is going to look bad. This looks like a PS2 game. At least in the texture department. And we're dropping all the way down to 33 FPS. So all of this terrible looks for basically no graphical or no FPS improvement. And honestly, I feel like we're getting worse FPS now than we were before. At least in certain spots. A lot of spots seem very similar, but yeah, this seems like this is the job for 30 FPS mode, since very often it drops under 40. But maybe I can make 40 work. I'll have to play around with the settings a little bit before we find out. Alright, let's go down this alleyway. I don't think I've been down here yet. Well, in some places we're in the 50s at least, so it does help in some places, but it sure seems to hurt in others. Anyway, now let's go move on to my settings. Well, now let's have a look at my settings. I'm just going to leave the field of view alone because it seems like this game's hard enough to run without making it field of view go up higher and losing some FPS. So I want to leave the textures on high, geometry on medium, real time reflections on. I don't like motion blur, so I turn that off. And there we go. Depth of field also off, and just default anti-aliasing. So let's go see how my settings do. Well, all right. Let's go with my settings now. And yeah, we're dropping down to 34, 35. Yeah, I think we're going to do 40 FPS or 30 FPS mode when it comes time to do the camera recorded gameplay. Because we're dropping all the way down to 32, but I don't think I've ever seen it drop really under 30, more than down to like 29 for like a split second when the graphics were like maxed. Or not maxed, but on high. Max, they were getting all the way down to 24 here and there. That's just too high of a setting for this thing at all, no matter how you cut it. But we should be able to do. We should stay above 6 or above 30 with this. I wish we were above 60. But nope, I'm just trying to stay above 30. I would have done 40 if it could do it more often, but this seems to be under 40 more often than it's 40, you know? But at least that way we can make the game still look halfway decent. That's usually what I generally do on the Steam Deck, since it's almost always limited to 30 or 40 on newer games. I can at least crank some settings up a little. Can't max the game usually still, but you can at least crank some stuff up. The textures matter, so I like doing those first and foremost. Then I'll worry about everything else. But now, let's go and move on to some camera. Well, alright guys. Now we'll get some camera gameplay, and we're going to do what I said and limit it to 30 FPS. And we'll see how it does now. It still seemed to drop a little under 30 every once in a blue moon, but for the most part it seemed to be more in the 40s and high 30s. So, let's back out of that, and let's go run around and see what's what. We'll just run around the city like a lunatic. Or actually, wait. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe I should start heading where I'm supposed to go now. Alright, this way. I see a little arrow. So I'm going to follow the arrow. Oh, looks like this is where I'm supposed to go.
Hey there, Ichi! You've kept me waiting. Have a drink with me, will ya? It's New Year's Eve.
Wait, please don't tell me you were just looking for a drinking buddy.
What? You were the only guy I knew who wouldn't have anywhere else to be on New Year's.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's so many birds out there. Misty's watching all the birds.
Look at you.
Aren't you?
Big and important.
At least I'm not drunk.
He's not drunk.
I've been drinking since before you were a twinkle in your dad's eye. And look at me now. Still gorgeous.
Awesome. Okay, if you say so, lady.
Keep telling yourself that.
You can't even move, she's so damn hammered.
Liver probably ain't so gorgeous. Keep it up, and your only drink's gonna be when they wash your grave.
I'm sorry, honey. I do appreciate it.
Well, at least she's thankful. Alright. Okay, so I guess my actions have consequences, huh? Okay. Personality traits. Okay. think it's always good to actually read that shit. Then I won't have to go, oh, what the fuck do I do later on, you know?
Why'd you do me like that? Ichi was just drunk off her ass.
You're surprised? I haven't seen her sober in 20 years.
It's a long time to be drinking like that.
Going to hell.
How the hell is she even alive?
There's some trouble at Shangri-La right now.
What happened?
I don't know the details, but you know how soap lands are. Yeah, maybe a customer got uppity with one of the girls. Gotta go check.
Damn it.
Alright, off we go. Guess I'm going over this way now.
Ichi! Perfect time.
What kind of problem we got?
What's wrong?
The toilet's all clogged up and we can't find a plunger anywhere.
A plunger?
Yeah, that thing you use when there's shit stuck in the pipes.
Yeah, I know what it is, but come on. We're Yakuza, not your handyman.
Well, excuse me. I suppose it wasn't me who cleaned you up every time you shit yourself.
I was a baby.
Oh, you had accidents until 5th grade.
One time. And my stomach was killing me that day.
Alright. So it looks like we need to go find a plunger. I'm now the Yakuza handyman at your service. Plunger ho!
Oh,
That's the lamest shit I've ever heard. Pretty scary. Alright, good. I wanted to at least get one freaking battle in, not just run around. Alright, so special kills and inputs. Alright, so we got those two. Alright.
Check this out. Come on now. Let's go.
Nope. Perfect guard, alright. What the heck?
Check this out. Come on now. Check this out.
I'm just gonna fucking kill you guys.
This sucks. Check this out. Come on now. Hold it together. Check this out. Come on now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see what to do when you've got that stupid, when I got this stupid thing in my way with the CPU and all the information, but I know I can perfect guard by hitting B, but it just wasn't letting me. It seemed like it was fixated on there. No, all you can do is use Y moves. And I didn't see anything called perfect guard in the skills, so I'm assuming it's when I hit that at the right time. In any case, though, we have helped this guy out, and now we can go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Yakuza Like a Dragon, and once you limit it to 30 FPS and mess around with the settings a little like I did at the end, it seems to be a pretty good 30 FPS experience, but didn't seem any way to get like a 40 plus experience. Like just locking it to 40, it seemed like it was always dropping into the 30s no matter what, even when we were on lowest. So I figured, nope, let's at least turn the settings back up a little and just limit it to 30. Sometimes you just gotta do that on the Steam Deck. And me, I'd rather play a game at 30 FPS and have it not be juddering all over the place and have halfway decent settings than making the game look horrible, trying as hard as I can just to get 60 when I know it's not going to happen. Just doesn't make sense. Don't get me wrong. As always, I love 60. I would rather have 100 plus, in all honesty, nowadays, in pretty much every game. But 60 is pretty much my staple limit. Unless I'm on mobile. I can forgive mobile. It's battery powered. It can't be as powerful. And besides, when you do 60 FPS on something like this, you're going to lose a lot of battery life. You can get like half hour, 45 minutes just by turning your freaking refresh rate down a little bit and limiting the FPS to 40 or 30. Or if you're playing really low end stuff like emulator stuff, you can just limit the freaking performance down to like 15 watts or 10 watts or something, whatever you can, and get even more. That's why I love this Steam Deck. It's really, really fun. Still learning about it every day though. There's a bunch of shit I still don't know how to do. But anyway, that's all we got for this particular video. It's time for me to move on to the next one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video though, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you. And until the next video, peace out, guys.